Hey guys, starting off down here today, filming this at like 9 o'clock at night. We've just been super busy, so I'm behind on uploads. I'm behind on my project pan update. I am hoping to get that up next Tuesday. That's usually when I upload, and yeah, I'm hoping that I have time to do that on Sunday so I can get that up for you guys. I have really exciting updates. But I wanted to go ahead and film a shot my stash, even though I had one go up about, well, I guess it has been about 3 weeks ago. I'm getting like the itch to shop. So I want to take this opportunity to swap out my basket because that does usually help me. So let's just go ahead and dive into it. I had the Glamlight Lord of the Rings lipstick in here. Absolutely stunning shade. I did wear this a few times. Really beautiful for fall. And the formula of this is really good. It is very pigmented and it is long lasting and it is creamy. Absolutely gorgeous formula. I am going to rotate it out though. I did also finally use my Milani lipstick, Go Me, in the shade 410. Another really pretty, like, light neutral color, which I guess I could have swatched this one too for you guys. Yeah, absolutely stunning. I'm really wanting to like refresh my basket. So we're going to be rotating a lot of stuff out. So that's exciting. My Bronx Baby from Makeup by Mario, the satin formula. Love this one. Use this a couple times as well. I think I'm going to rotate it out. I could change my mind, but I'm going to put it in the rotate out pile. And then I actually picked up with the Milani order, the Matte Naked 61 shade in their lipstick. If you guys have been around for like the long haul, you know I was like obsessed with this for the longest time until mine broke. But yeah, a really unique color, and I've only used this like twice, so I think I'm gonna leave this product in for now. And then let's see, I had so much stuff in, I forgot this was even in here. This is the Kylie Matte Matte Liquid Lip in the shade, I think it's Kylie is the shade, and I did not use it. So I'm gonna leave it in. I honestly totally forgot it was back there. It was like hiding. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it in. This is like my current go-to lip oil from Milani. It is Hot Cocoa. This smells so good. I am so obsessed with this. It literally tastes like hot chocolate. This is a limited edition shade. I know I couldn't order it online from Ulta anymore. It was like sold out. But when I checked, they did have this on the Milani website still, and I got like 3 more because it's so good. So obviously staying in. And then I have this Armani concealer. This is in my project pan, and like it's like down in here, but I don't really like this on my under eyes, and so I've been waiting to use it as like an all over base, or to mix in with the base so that I can still finish it. But I'm holding on to my tan. Like, I feel like I don't usually hold on to it this long, but I've been holding on to my tan for a while. So instead of having this like take up room while I wait for my tan to go away, I'm actually going to put it back in my drawer, and then I'll pull it out when that tan actually starts to fade. So I'm going to rotate it out. I'm also going to rotate out the Natasha Denona concealer in the shade 2N. Really, really love this one. I'll show you a swatch in case you're looking for like a shade. But it's a good shade. Right now, it's like a skosh light for me, and I want to rotate it out. I'm ready to like use something different. I also have the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Rich Face Base in here. It's probably like down in here. This travel size is lasting ages. I thought that I would be able to empty it so quickly, but that is definitely not the case. So yeah, gonna keep it in. This is the Huda Beauty Faux Filler Corrector in the shade Peach Light. This is the new packaging. So far, I haven't had any trouble with leaking. Hopefully, it stays that way. And this is a swatch of the shade. It is really great for light skin tones that are wanting that peach correction. I feel like it does a great job. I'm going to keep it in. Oh, also, this is so good. My friend Michelle sent me this in friend mail. It's from Polite Society. It's the Polite Pout Glossy Lip Balm. And this is the shade Jelly Bean. It looks like super intimidating because it's like pink, but it ends up being a pretty light tint once you get it all over the lips. And honestly, I'm dabbing it on my lips now. It tastes like candy, and it is so hydrating. So hydrating. I freaking love this. I'm going to leave it in. Next up, I have this duo from Danessa Myricks. It is duo number 3 of her new like Color Fix sticks. I've used this one twice. This is the Foils shade, but I have not used the metallic shade. And I'm just kind of like, I think what I want to do, I think I want to refresh stuff. I'm going to say I'm going to rotate it out, but I could, when we grab into there, pull these back out again. So we'll see. But for now, I'm going to rotate those out. I'm also going to rotate out the Fenty Beauty highlight in the shade Too Much. I really enjoyed this time around. I found that I like it best when I like really warm it up on my skin. It sinks in a little bit better. But yeah, I'm going to rotate it out. Same with my House Labs and the shade Peach Quartz. Absolutely love this. I thoroughly enjoyed both of these highlighters this time around, but I do feel like mixing it up. And then I also had the KVD Good Apple Balm. I have the shade 012. Been using this like pretty much exclusively because my Bobbi Brown foundation went off. It actually broke me out really bad. So that's going to be in the trash. So I've just been using this pretty much, and it's a good shade for me right now. So I am going to leave it in. I also tried the Ilia, this is our like liquid powder in the shade Glaze. I just think that this shade is not like going to be beneficial to me. I don't gravitate toward it, and it's a very like just barely different than my lid kind of shade. So I don't know. I just don't really see myself reaching for it, and I don't feel like inspired to reach for it. I'm going to rotate it out. I also had the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Hope. And I really like this formula, which is why I wanted to like bring it back in. But I just don't think this is the shade that I want to reach for like during this time of the year. So I'm going to rotate it out. Next up, I can't remember if I actually rotated this in last time or if there's something, this is something I grabbed throughout the videos. I think it might have been something I grabbed, but it's a Nude Sticks in the shade Nude Buff. And I really wanted to try out the shade. I've only used it once, so I am going to keep it in. This feels like a very me shade right now, so we're going to keep that in. I also had the Erborian CC cream in the shade Clear, and this like is an okay shade for me right now. It's just like, I don't know, it's not offering the coverage that I currently am desiring right now. I feel like in the summer I like less coverage because my skin is like tan and glowy and all of that, whereas in the winter it is not, so I like a little bit more coverage. So unfortunately I'm still undecided if like, I mean, this feels good on the skin, it feels hydrating. I just feel like I can see so much of my redness through this product. I should keep it in so I can get a better feel for it, but like, I just don't feel like I want to right now, so I'm going to rotate it out. My setting sprays are going to stay. As you can see, I'm almost halfway done with this Pacifica one, and I'm actually almost halfway done with this Easy Bake one. I did finish my mini Easy Bake, so that's why the Big Daddy's in here, but those are going to stay. My Chanel painting bronzer, of course, is going to stay. And then I've really been enjoying using the Huda Easy Blur again. I've really just been enjoying using a blurring primer. I do think, though, I'm like down here with this. Like, I'm going. I do think I will switch it up though, so we'll rotate this out. And then I did rotate my Dior Forever Glow in here last time, just in case I want to use it. I still haven't used it, but I am going to leave it in. And then, of course, I had my custom quad in here, and I have been using this blush a good amount of times, Project Pan Spoiler, but I have been using it, so obviously it's going to stay in. I have a few singles up here, and I think I'm really just ready to rotate. My Merit single in the shade Mid-Century. Absolutely adore this. I'm going to rotate it out. I actually think I'm going to pick up one of the new shimmer shades of this. The shade Matchbook looks like an excellent dupe for the Tom Ford Body Heat, that red-brown shade in there. So I actually think I'm going to pick that up. But I'm going to rotate this out. The Kulfi Shadow in Bronze Brocade. I have worn this a few times, and I've just absolutely loved it. Like I've told you guys before, this is just such a good formula, long-lasting, no creasing, easy to work with. I've had it for a little over a year now, and the formula is like drier than it was initially. It was like a mousse texture, but I like it better like this because I can just go in with my brush like this and apply it, whereas before I couldn't go in like that. So I like it better like this. I actually think I'm going to leave it in because I've really been enjoying this on like a one and done. It's a perfect one and done. Then I had the, this is my Victoria Beckham in the shade Honey. And I did use this, but only twice. But I do think I'm going to go ahead and rotate it out. I also had my Hourglass Scattered Lights in the shade Ray in, and I didn't use it at all. So I am going to keep this one in. And then my powders, as you know, stay over here. Lip liners, single eyeshadow sticks, brows, eyeshadow primers. And then we have in right now the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes Nature Palette. I do think I'm going to leave this in because I've really been enjoying the mattes. I was pairing those with some of my singles, and I think I will continue to do that with some singles that we pick. So I'm going to leave this one in for now. And then I've been working on my Glamlight Lord of the Rings palette from my Testing My Eyeshadow Palette series. And I think I have about 3 more looks I'm going to need to do with this to complete my thoughts on this palette. So it's also going to stay in. But yeah. So now I'm going to put everything we rotated out away, and we're going to shop my stash. Okay. So for primer, the reason I rotated that out because I was like, since I'm feeling a mattifying primer right now, or a pore filling primer, I'm gonna rotate in the So Blown from Kelly Ray. Really like this one, and so I was like, okay, like we'll mix it up. We'll do something a little bit different. So we're gonna rotate this in. And then I also want another foundation because I just get a little bored when I only have one. I'm thinking these two, I feel like I have a lot of foundation, but I don't. Like, this is too dark. These are too light, too dark. This is probably the only other one that really matches me well right now. So I think I'm going to rotate this one in. Yes. The shade 200B, and I really like this formula. I was wanting something like a little more in the middle because this is pretty high coverage, and this is like high coverage as well, I would say. Well, you can shear this out to be more medium. That's kind of how I wear it. But I was wanting something a little more, but yeah, is what it is, I guess. And then, oh, for concealer, I wanted to rotate in the Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade 2C. I really, really love this one. So, yeah, I just want to use it. Okay, and then for singles, what do we want to do? I'm thinking I wanted to rotate in one of my ColourPop ones. I think Ritz was, that's like what kind of color I usually wear. Okay, so let's do something a little bit different. Let's rotate this one in. Is the shade Party of 5. Yeah, pretty. Haven't used it in a while, honestly, so we're gonna rotate that one in. I'm kind of feeling like I need to do something different with this storage situation. Of course, not quite enough to do it that way. Literally so annoying. Let's see. And then I think maybe this Patrick Todd duo, because what do we have? Well, I have 2 single topper things and then a single. I think I'll just leave it at that to make sure I use what I already have in there. Okay, then I want to rotate in some powders because I was feeling really tempted by the new Hourglass horse palette. Thankfully, it sold out, so I can't get it. I almost bought it like 3 times, you guys. So I'm going to use some of the powders that I have just to be like, hey, you have powders that you like. This is a RMS Hydro Bronzer in the shade Malibu Muse. I freaking love this product. I'm going to rotate this in. Then I'm also going to rotate in this Smashbox face palette. Their Sculpt and Glow. This one is the shade Back to Cali. Has 2 blushes, a contour powder that it's kind of like it's definitely cooler tone, but not so cool tone that I can't use it as like bronzy-ish. And the highlighter in here is fabulous. Fabulous, that is my only request. Fabulous. You know? So I'm going to rotate this in. Oh, and something I rotated out before was my Tom Ford bronzer, because this is like too light for me right now. I used it and I was like, oh, that's too light. So this is going to be something that we're using probably like December through like April kind of situation. So yeah. Okay, and then the only powder bronzer I have in here is the RMS Maidens blush. And I had this in for a while earlier this year and really liked it. So since I have so many other powder products out, I'm going to rotate this one in too, because I really just want to take advantage of the powders being out. I do have creams. I have the 2 in my custom quad, so I do have creams out, but I really just want to, I'm feeling in a powder mood, so I want to run with it. So we're going to rotate it in. Hey, lips. I kind of feel like I want to start, I'm trying to pan some lips right now. So once those are freaking done, we'll have a lot more room to pick other things. And honestly, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So yeah, let's just, what do I want to use? I think, well, I used this a handful of times actually throughout this rotation. This is the Prada Satin Matte Lip and B108 favorite lipstick formula. Absolutely love it. So I think I want to rotate in the shade B106. Really, really pretty. Gorgeous. I'm going to rotate that in. What else do I want to do? I think I want to rotate this in from Milani. I haven't really tried these yet. I've got them in friend mail, and I feel like this feels like a good time to try like a color like this. It is the shade, Jesus, here we go, Biasu. Don't even know if I'm saying that right. 190. And this is our Keep It Full Glossy Plumping Balm. So this is what I have lip-wise right now. I feel like I want more of a nude. A nudie color, you know. These are all... I think both of these are colorful. Yes, they are. Who would have thought? Well, did. What was the one I said? I was like, I'm going to rotate this out, but maybe I'll rotate it back in. I think I will rotate it back in. The Makeup by Mario Bronx Baby one. Just to have like a solid like nudie color like this. I like to always have one of these on hand. Maybe I should pull this one out too. The shade Nudie. Yeah, I think I want to do that. The shade Nudie and the Lawless. These are their like plumping glosses. Yeah, let's pull this one out. All right, highlighters. Let's see. What do I want to do? I think maybe number 2 is more the goldy one. I still have a little bit of tan. Yes, it is. We'll rotate this one in. Shade number 2, Prosecco from Fenty, the Demi Glow line. Rotate that in. And then, let's see. What else do I want to do? Oh. I think this one. This one isn't as sparkly as the other ones, but I feel like I always go back to it because it's such overall like a nice shade of like the pink. So I think I'm gonna rotate this one in, and that'll be all. And then for eyeshadow palettes, what we have 2 up there, and what do I want to start working on next? I think next I wanted to maybe start on the P's. So maybe we'll bring this Pat McGrath one up, because what all? Because I already did Patrick Ta, Pat McGrath. There was another one in with this group. I think R maybe for Revolution. Perhaps. I don't recall. Either way, I think we're going to rotate this in. This is a Pat McGrath Voyeuristic Vixen quad. This has been the only Pat McGrath product eyeshadow palette that I've had good luck with. I've had multiple other ones, and the mattes have been absolute garbage. But the matte in here performs well. So, but yeah, look how sparkly these are. Can we get those on my eyeballs? But yeah, so we're going to rotate this in. Oh, the other one I thought about was, I was thinking about my Wicked palette because we're going to go see it at the end of the month. But I don't think we have enough room this time around. Hopefully when I see you guys next, I'll be able to rotate out my Lord of the Rings palette, so I can swap it out with this one is what I'm thinking. But yes, I think that is it. So let's go up and put everything back in the basket and wrap this up. Okay, go me. That is like the easiest that we've gotten everything to just like fit in a hot minute. So love that for us. Go team. You guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. It helps push it out to other people who would potentially enjoy this kind of content. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoy Shop My Stash and this is your first time here, I will link my Shop My Stash playlist below if you want to check out some of the other videos. I also do project panning, get ready with me's, and some other projects here on my channel. If you want to check those out, feel free to browse, spend a little time here, hang out. We have a good time. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye.